Good morning, Nelson. Happy Monday. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving break. Hope you had a relaxing and fun time. I'm finally back home, so I'm in the peace and quiet of my home, and I won't be interrupted or hear noise. So thank you so much for your patience for this video. I'll dive right in, just showing you how your website and how your performance is doing compared to your competitor, your number one competitor for concrete contractors, Fairfax, Virginia. Okay. So first things first, I love your logo. It's very clever. Your website's functioning great. There's no errors, right? I will say though that when you're a consumer, you wanted to instantly feel credibility and see, things that show your experience credible and high quality. So you want to. I would just rearrange some things. Any types of badges, accreditations. Awards, licensing, anything like that needs to be up here. It needs to be really quickly seen. Also, you need to integrate some type of review system. So we usually integrate Google reviews. So from your Google My Business page listing, we integrate those reviews. If you don't have a Google My Business listing, you definitely 100% have to start one because people need to see instantly trust a business when they see reviews. It doesn't have to be perfect 5-star, even anything above 4.5 star is good. And you need to have, years in business and why choose you as a company, right? There's just so much competition. So you got to add all those factors in there and then add a submit form because not everybody wants to call. So those are just some things that are really good considerations because that will make your website highly converting, meaning when a person visits it, they're more likely or most likely to give their information and call. So that's just some things that I would do. Also, these photos need to be saved as keywords. I'm sure they're not. Yeah, so NAV Construction obviously is your business name, but you want to save it as concrete contractors, Fairfax, Virginia, decorative residential concrete, Leesburg. So we always match your keywords from your website with your photos, right? So you have to direct Google on who is your ideal consumer, right? So those are just some quick fixes, right? So second thing, I just Googled concrete contractors, Fairfax, VA. The first thing you see is this Google Map Pack. This is why it's super, super important to be in here. Clients who are in here usually receive between 15 and 25% more traffic each month from just being in this section or more, depending on the area and the industry, right? But contractors 100% need to be in this area. So how to get into this area? You have to have your Google My Business listing. It's completely free to list your business. You just have to build out your profile. We have businesses obviously do that correctly. A lot of businesses end up not filling it out correctly or fully. And so the number one component is citations. So citations are just your business name, address, and phone number on online directories such as Yelp, Yellow Pages, Facebook. But the thing is with that, you have to make sure that all of your listings are exactly the same. That means name is correctly spelled, even commas or putting LLC, not LLC makes a difference. If you updated your phone number, your address, anything like that, it needs to be updated across all directories. So that's the number one thing. And number two is Google reviews. You have to be consistent each month with Google reviews. You can't just do it for a couple of months and then leave it be. You have to at least add 1 or 2 and be consistent. So it's like you're dating Google, right? Your website is dating Google, and each month it's looking for, did you do those small things to create a relationship with me or Google, right? So are you creating trust? Are you creating a solid foundation or relationship so Google will feel confident or it will push your website to the first page, because Google will never push a website to the first page if they don't trust it and if you're not doing those monthly things. So and then obviously there's some changes that have happened, so there's more emphasis on the reviews and more emphasis on posting at least once a week in your Google My Business page. So obviously there's a lot of competition, so you just got to make sure that you're doing everything in your power, and being aware of these things that could really make a huge business or huge difference in your business. So when you scroll down, this is what we call the organic section, or what comes naturally into Google when you type in a keyword. So obviously Angie's List, Home Advisor, Yelp, top 3 directories. But Google actually likes local businesses. So this just tells me that these 2 companies aren't really putting that much effort, because they should be easily outranking, not easily, but they should be outranking Angie's List. It's a huge, obviously, directory and source of leads. So your number 1 competition is Concrete Services Northern Virginia. In terms of this keyword, right? So each keyword might produce different results. So that's what we work with clients and businesses to make sure that you're being seen for the correct keywords, and not being seen for keywords you don't want, right? So that's just like a team thing, collaborative. We do it together. So I'll kind of go over how what your website is doing on the back end and what their website is doing on the back end. You'll see a clear difference. So this is your Backend Analytics. So basically a software, we can look at any website and see how they're doing and what they're doing. So if you really want to be ranked number 1 on Google, it's not only content. So content is really, really big now. Well, it was always big, but now they're putting even more emphasis on that. It is this section right here. So this is basically your website power and authority, right? So just think of a referring domain as a high power, high credible website linking to your website, showing to Google that you're credible, that they vote for you, that you're popular for concrete contractors or Fairfax, Virginia, or whatever the keywords are. So you don't want, so not all backlinks are created equal. You don't want any spammy ones. People end up buying these packages and they actually spam their own website. So it brings their website down and it stays down for a while. So, obviously we have access to all of the backlinks and referring domains that you use or your competitor uses. And also the UR and DR, this is really important. So basically DR is your domain rating, and that's the power of your website, and the UR is your URL rating. So basically your authority or credibility, trust. So your power is 0. So your website has 0 power, essentially. So it's not being trusted by Google, and it's not being seen as a credible business in their eyes, right? Obviously, right? So you want this to be a 1-to-1 ratio as close as possible. That to Google is called the golden ratio. So 13 to 13 is perfect. 13 to 12, 13 to 10, 13 to 7. I mean, anything is better than the 0. You have 54 keywords driving 2 people to your website. So obviously, you're not really being seen. If you're not on the first page, you're not being seen. No, 85% of people don't go to the second page, right? So Concrete, Culpeper, VA, 30 people search that month. You're number 12. So you're maybe at the end of the first page or beginning of the second. Let's see, Stamp Concrete, Fredericksburg, VA, 100 people search that month. You're in 24th place. You're on the 3rd page. So, you have, these aren't bad keywords, right? But it's just these rankings are bad, and you're missing a good amount as well. So, so there's things that you can add, that we add in content and keywords, then obviously increase the rankings of your current keywords. So this is your competitor's website. So this is kind of interesting to me because their UR and DR is so low. So that's why I was saying they're not outranking Angie's List, because they didn't really put much effort into their power either, which is funny because, people will do, or companies will just do the bare minimum to beat the local competitors, right? So, but obviously you want to be dominating overall. So 7 and 1 is not that great either. So, but at least they're not at a 0. And their backlinks are 32, domains are 8. They have 135 keywords, driving 154 people to their website a month. So that's 154 people clicking on their website, submitting their information, calling, what have you. So that's 154 per month. And you'll see right here, like this is Concrete, Northern Virginia. 50 people search that a month. They're #1. So their rankings are, top 5. It's either, or at least on the first page, right? So 8, I think, is like their lowest, 10. So you're missing, Stamp Concrete, Alexandria, Virginia, VA, concrete companies in Northern VA. These are all of the, some of these keywords are overlapping with yours, so we just make sure that we just pick the ones that are not in your website already, right? So let's see. So I wanted to show you what CPC is. So CPC is cost per click. So this is so Virginia Concrete businesses are paying $2 every time someone clicks on their Google ads. So Google ads, you say like, oh, I never click on a Google ad, but Google ads are a thing. So they do very well if done correctly, and they're done efficiently, and they're done in a way that keeps your costs low as possible. That's always the name of the game. It's return on ad spend, right? And return on investment. So Virginia Concrete Company, businesses pay $3 per click. Concrete contractors in Northern Virginia, so $8. So the higher the CPC, the more valuable that keyword is. That means businesses are getting good return on it because they're bidding higher cost per click. So that's how it works. That a business, when we create a Google ad, we put a bid on the cost per click. So sometimes people don't even have access to this analytic information, and they'll just kind of go in there and guess. But hopefully they have some type of digital marketing company that helps guide them. But to be honest, I've talked to clients that kind of guess blindly, and then they wonder why their ads are not working and why they're not being seen. So if you run an ad for concrete contractors in Northern Virginia, it's going to be successful. It depends on a lot of other factors, right? But at least that this keyword has a pretty high CPC. There's CPC rates that are $50, $75. So concrete repair, Fairfax, Virginia, another good cost per click. So another good Google ad word. And then concrete contractors, Fairfax, Virginia, concrete companies, Northern Virginia, $4.50. Urban concrete construction, so $14. I'm not quite sure why that is. I guess it's just basically city concrete construction. So that's very high. It's pretty high as well. Let's see. $6 concrete repair, Fairfax, VA. Let's see. 120. Yeah, so $6 for residential concrete, $6 for concrete contractors, Manassas. So just for fun, we can look at it really quick. So cost per click is there, so $6, perfect. So let's see. Okay. So Home Advisor, Home Advisor is ranking #1 for that. So that means that a local business is not trying that hard either. So a lot of these companies aren't really trying that hard. If you just put in that extra work each month, you can outrank these big companies. So I hope this was helpful to you. I'll text you and email you this video on over. If you want me to go in depth more with anything else, ads, anything else, just let me know. I definitely would love to expand on anything you have questions about, okay? So I'll talk to you later, and I hope you have a great Monday, okay? Have a great day. Bye-bye.